2025 ACC tip-off Q&A. I'm happy to welcome Virginia Tech to the stand. We have head coach Megan Duffy, Karis Baker, and Carly Wenzel. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Megan, you've got 6 returners. 2 of your top scorers are up here with you, 7 newcomers, and you had success last year. You had a lot of success. What is it about this crew that makes you think you're going to be able to build on that for it even better in year 2?
I love our group in year 2. Just the energy when they all came in for the summer, building the foundation again of your toughness, your skill work. They're a joy to be around, and obviously it's led by these 2 with Carly and Karis. They're just in a different place, I think, from last year to this year. Just more confident. They know what to expect. Our relationships have even gotten stronger, and I feel really good now that they're ready to even take the reins even more and lead the people below them.
Megan, one of your trademarks as a head coach, all your stops, has been player development. Can you speak to that and why it's so important to you, but why it was so integral in year 1 at Virginia Tech?
Yeah, I've always taken a lot of pride in just helping them reach their max potential and being with them in the fight. There's going to be good and bad days. There's going to be up and down moments, and helping them find that development both on and off the court. And when we took over a year ago, we had a lot of players who were ready for their opportunity. And to their credit, they put the work in. They listened to just our advice a little bit too. And then you could see just the maturation happen throughout the season, and they were thrown into the fire. So even with that, they have incredible game experience now. Some of the things that maybe were a little stressful last year or maybe a little bit inconsistent, they're going to feel different this year. I told them that. But it's just, it's something myself and our staff put a lot of time into, whether it's film sessions, whether it's time just on the court, 10, 15 minutes before, after practice, or coming back, late at night, just having them find that confidence through their reps.
I mean, Carly, you definitely benefited by this development. I mean, you more than tripled your scoring average. You almost tripled your assist. What was that like for you? I mean, you're a redshirt junior now, so that was year 3 for you last year, and all of a sudden it looked like you just shot out of a cannon. Can you just talk about what Coach Duffy has done for your game?
Really, I'm just being coached by 2 point guards, and so I think that's the most I could get out of my experience. That's the best position I could be in. Just having 2 people that have so much knowledge pour into you, and so I think that obviously helped me tremendously, and just helping me be a leader. I think they kind of just know everything in my eyes, so anything I don't know, or just small things that I can tweak to make me lead better or just play better in any aspect, they've done. And so just going into this next year, they've poured in so much confidence in me. Like, I was joking, Coach Duffy's like telling me to shoot the ball more in practice, and I'm like, yeah, I shoot the ball. But just like the shots I should be taking, where I should be taking them, just not kind of doing too much, taking kind of what's given to me and what's open.
Karis, this team achieved WBIT postseason play a year ago. What's the goal for this team?
Yeah, I think obviously we have a chip on our shoulder. I was talking about it earlier today. I mean, I know me and Carly feel it. We were pretty frustrated with the outcome, of course, but just taking that into this season and just having the freshmen and transfers come in, and we have to show them this is exactly how it's done, and we want to be successful this year. We have that chip on our shoulder still from last year, so just taking that into this season is definitely really important to me, and of course I know to Carly too.
Megan, 1 year under your belt now, but can you describe the atmosphere in Castle Coliseum on game day?
It's amazing in Castle. I know when I got the job, people would tell me, just wait till it gets full, just wait till you meet all the fans, and it truly is remarkable. Our entire community just loves women's basketball in Blacksburg and in the surrounding areas, and whether we're on Main Street or at the Target or somewhere else, people recognize us, from fans who have been here for decades to new families. It's just a really motivating environment, and we know we have a huge responsibility to our fan base, and we want to put a great product out there. But what's so fun in year 2 is just you know more people, you feel like they're part of your family, and I've loved that part about just working really hard to make them proud. I think we carry that on our shoulders in a very positive way, and it's really awesome that we're this piece of women's basketball. We're the blueprint in some ways of what fan bases should be. The high expectations, but they love our women. They want relationships with them, and we try and give that to them and their experience as well.
And if there's any media in the audience who have questions, just raise your hand. Karis, I read that you want to be a sports broadcaster.
Yes.
So I'm gonna ask you to give me your best buzzer-beating Carly 3 at the buzzer.
Here it goes. Okay, I gotta think about that one.
Do you need a microphone?
And the assist is coming from you, by the way.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Carly Wenzel at the buzzer, number 1, and it goes in. Assisted by number 10, Karis Baker. Carly Wenzel at the buzzer. Get up.
Yeah, you want to trade now.
On the spot, really good.
For the players, who's that one player on your team right now that maybe fans don't know about? But come ACC play, everyone's gonna be talking about.
Okay. I think Kyla Freelon is going to be somebody that's huge for us. I mean, obviously she was at Texas Tech before, so she knows the atmosphere a little bit. But yeah, I think she's going to be huge for us. I love playing with her, playing alongside her. She's super versatile, super athletic. So just having her on the boards, on the glass, being able to score, I think she's going to be huge, and I think Hokie fans are going to love her.
Yes, Kyla, but I would just throw another person in since I can. I think Mel Daly, just a vet, like she kind of just knows how things should go, and I think her pull-up game is absolutely ridiculous. Very hard to guard, but just her length on the defensive end, I think she can be really disruptive, and just her athleticism, getting out and running, things like that, things that we need and that she's really good at.
Megan, you've been around this game for so long, but after going through the ACC this past season, what is it about the coaches that make this league so special?
I've really enjoyed, one, getting to know them, but two, just the preparation you have to have night in and night out. It'll be even interesting this year. A lot of rosters have changed, and then there's some who bring back some great vets. And when you only play one team twice, you're constantly kind of changing your hat a little bit with your preparation of, adjusting to different styles. The talent across the board this year is really good. I think we're going to be able to get more teams in the tournament this year, and it's been proven with the ACC. Once we're in that dance, history has been made with Final Fours and Elite Eights and Sweet 16. So the marathon of the ACC is the biggest challenge I think that I'm picking up from, of how do you keep your team fresh and motivated and healthy, because you do have to play your best from top to bottom.
Yes, sir. Can we get a microphone?
Hi, I'm Mark Berman, the Roanoke Times. For each of you, I guess, what have you learned about your team at this point in the preseason, with summer and part of the fall under your belt? Do you have a sense yet of what you'll be able to kind of hang your hat on most nights?
I think just our ability to be coachable. I think that everybody's so open-minded, one from just like a player standpoint. I think we can all kind of go to each other and criticize, or just say like you're doing really well on a certain thing, and whoever just be able to take it. And I think just picking up one slack. Like I think if one is just having a rough night and just not there 100%, like you have people on the team that will be able to come in and just bring a spark or kind of do more than they usually would. And I think that goes from 1 through 13.
David Cunningham, Tech Sideline. Karis, you mentioned you guys are playing with a chip on your shoulder. How has that manifested itself through first couple weeks of preseason practice? What have you seen from this group that makes you feel like that's kind of paying off?
Yeah, I just think the passion that we have is one of our core values. I think we're all really passionate, and you see it during practice. If somebody gets an and one, if somebody has a big rebound over one of our practice guys, like we just see that passionate side that we all have. And I think that kind of plays into the chip on our shoulder that I talked about. I think it's important to play with passion, but then we're also like connected and close with each other, that we all want to see each other succeed. Like if Carly scores, I'm going to be just as hyped if she scores as if anybody else scores. So I think that's just something that we play with, and I'm just really excited to have that chemistry with this. Like Carly said, all 13 of us have it.
Jay Jacobs with Greenville Sports Media. For both players, is there a certain player in the league that you look forward to playing this year?
I think I'm really close with someone on Duke, Ashlyn Jackson. That's somebody that we kind of grew up together in terms of playing together AAU before college, and seeing her succeed at the highest level. We always text like, oh, I love this for you, things like that. But someone you always go pretty hard against, and so I'm excited for her.
certain player that I'm excited to play against. I mean, there's a lot of competition in the ACC. I would say Duke, like Carly said, I think Duke is just one team that I am excited to play against. I mean, I know a lot of the girls on that team because a lot of them are in my grade, so I just think I'm excited to have that competition against them.
Megan, how's the gelling process going between the returning players and the newcomers? And it's in an era where a lot of teams are kind of have to start from scratch in terms of roster rebuild. How much of it is a plus that you have basically half the team is back from last year?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think every year we're all meshing new faces and new members of your team. I feel really good about our returning group, led by these two, and they've been through the grind and the gauntlet of college basketball season. The key, as you said, is once you hit that summer and the whole roster's together, how do you mesh a few transfers? How do you mesh your freshmen? This group has been a joy to coach. They're fun to be around. They enjoy each other's company. They want to be pushed. I think the two things that stick out to me is our versatility and our depth is better. So finding those pieces to the puzzle is what's going to be key for us in the beginning of the season and beyond. But there's a few different ways we can play with different lineups, and that was a little bit last year. These guys played heavy minutes, and sometimes we couldn't take them out. Now we can give them a blow that can help them for the duration of the season a little bit better. And so I'm enjoying putting that puzzle together and learning about them. I think the big thing with our women is you got to know them off the court. You got to know what makes them tick. They all have big goals for themselves, but everybody's got to be working together. So we're working really hard to establish those new and old faces together for a great product.
All right, this is for all three of you on the stage. And Carly, we're going to start with you. Just a one-word answer. When I say the term ACC women's basketball, what comes to mind?
Competition.
Electric.
Elite.
There we have it. Good luck this year, Virginia Tech. Thank you for your time.